Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Sorry, I'm sitting in the sun. If I move that way, see it, it's beautiful. -12 last week, bikini weather this week. For those of you who are new here, my name is Orla. I am mum to 3 children aged between 16 and 21, and this week I was requested by my mother to do a dish with a tin of salmon. She received a tin of salmon, or she found a tin of salmon in the back of her purse, I think, and she said to me, "Orla, what do I do with it that isn't a fish cake, salad or a sandwich?" So I said to her, okay, leave it with me. So I've come up with a dish for her. And I've also got a request of 2 ladies, one called Lisa and one called Grania, who both requested that I do a curry. So I've done that too. So I hope you enjoy these. Any questions, let me know. And I look forward to talking to you in the comments. Enjoy. Okay guys, so this is Sunday night's dinner. As you know, I have some leftover pasta here. So Hayley doesn't want a dinner at the moment. She has a migraine, so she's just taken her tablets. She's had some creamed rice and she's gone to lie down. So it's only myself and Kerry going to come out of this tonight. And this is the leftover pasta we had for making that feta thing from TikTok, which was absolutely gross. Well, for me, I suppose if you like feta, it's fine. So this is my tin of salmon. Sorry, there's a shadow because it's evening time. So this is my tin of salmon. I've taken out the bones. I have minced it up. And I'm going to use that with the end of the pasta. Now, if I was using a plain cream cheese like this, just an ordinary cream cheese, in my pan I would fry a little bit of garlic, some onions. Then I would put in the pepper, and there's some tomatoes, frozen tomatoes I had, and I would put that in. But I'm not using the plain cheese. I'm actually using the sweet chili cheese. Myself and Kerry like this because there's enough heat but not hot, and it just is a nice flavour. So I'm going to use that cheese. I'm going to use a tub of that, my salmon, and some sliced peppers that I had, frozen sliced peppers that I had in my freezer, with some tomatoes. I'm not going to use garlic, I'm not going to use onion. I think there's enough flavour in the cream cheese. So we will get the pan on. This is my pan now. It is quite big. It's huge, like it's a really big pan. I don't have a smaller pan, but I do have a tiny one. But this is what we'll have to, it's like an egg pan. It's tiny. So I'm going to use this for dinner tonight. So here I've literally put 100 millilitres of milk. Now you can use milk, cream, water. All this is going to do is dictate the thickness of the sauce you want. So normally I add the thickness of this, add the cream cheese, and then use the milk to dilute down the thickness of the sauce. Just to show you, this is Carl's dinner. He's just having a little bit of the leftover pasta with some sausages. He'll put some cream on cheese after he heats it. Some cream on cheese. No, he won't. He'll add on some grated cheese after he's heated it. I'm hungry. My words are not working, but it's okay. So as I said to you, if I had no protein and I just had leftover pasta, I have been known just to throw whatever veg I had left over, throw it in there. If you've cooked veg, whatever, just throw it in, mix it with pasta. It's the cream cheese that just makes it just a nice sauce. So I'm going to throw in now, this pan's after heating. I'm going to lower it down because it's a big heavy base. If I don't lower it down, it holds the heat. And I'm just going to throw in the peppers and let them get a bit of a fry on, and then I'll throw the cream cheese in. I'll show you all that. So in goes the salmon. I'm just letting that heat through. Now normally I would have chicken, or you might have, I don't know what else, chicken, fish, anything like that that you've left over you can just throw in here. So now I'm going to throw in the cream cheese, as you if you can find it. So I'm literally going to put in this. As I said, if this was plain cheese, I'd be seasoning with garlic, black pepper, salt, everything. Give that a bit of a stir. Now I have lowered the heat right down to a low. So I'm going to show you this now. So you can see, sorry, that is really thick. So I'm going to add in some milk. What's the technical term? To loosen it up. There you go. So I've put about half in to loosen the load, or loosen it up, or whatever those chefy fellas should be saying. So you can see. Yeah. Oh, look, you're steaming. This has to be the easiest, because literally any veg you've left over, you just chuck it in. Bit of cream cheese. As I said, if it's plain cheese, add in your onions, garlic. You can flavour it with anything. It's like a base, plain base. Where this has the sweet chilli, I like the sweet chilli. And I'm actually going to throw a little bit more milk in there. I'm actually going to use the end of that. So what was that? 125 millilitres, that's what it was. Okay. So there she goes, the sauce, nice and loose, very quick, nicely flavoured, sweet chilli. Now, because there's nothing in there to cook, I'm literally going to throw the pasta in now. So, lids, here we go. And we will get Kerry down to... Why is there always one bit that just won't come in? Haha, there she goes. Right, now let's stir that in. You could do this with tuna actually, probably be. Just going to make sure all that gets covered. And I will show you, I'm going to let it simmer actually for a while just to heat that pasta through, because obviously it's cold. And I'll show you when we go to serve. Kerry.
Yes.
This is pasta, Philadelphia, leftover pasta from yesterday's challenge. Philadelphia sweet chili cheese and salmon and peppers. Taste and tell me what you think.
Okay.
And I put some grated cheddar cheese on top.
It's a lot nicer than the TikTok pasta. Tell you that much. It's actually really nice.
You can still taste the salmon. I didn't know if the sweet chili was going to overpower it.
That's very nice. Can I go sit and eat, please?
You can go sit and eat. Hi guys, so today is Monday and we are making a chicken curry for dinner tonight. I have my mini chicken fillets here. It's a family pack. I'm not sure the amount, but it's a good bit of chicken. I have got my medium cooking sauce. I have some peppers, sliced peppers out of my freezer. I'm actually going to hold about half of them back because I want them for a bolognese for tomorrow's dinner. I have some onions. I buy these freshly diced in my weekly shop. And I have a tin of cherry tomatoes. So I just want to bring up a point of this is a medium curry. Now I know medium curry we all like, bar Hayley. Hayley finds this a little bit spicy. So what I do to tone down her curry is, when this is ready, I would take out Hayley's serving, and I have a tin of pears. I will drain that and I will use about 2 out of the tin. There's only about 5 or 6 in it. And I'll use 2 slices of the pear and I'll dice it up and I'll put it through her curry, because the sweetness of the fruit is going to cut into the spiciness, and she likes that. She likes a bit of fruit in her curry. Now, if it turns out that this curry was too hot for Sol, I've used this before, so I know it's not. We say by mistake I picked up a hot curry and I wanted to cut through it and I wanted to tone it down. I would actually add in some coconut sachets. I'd add in 2 of them to take it down, and then I would put the fruit in. And if it's still spicy when you go to serve it, is chop a banana and put it through the curry. That was a trick my mother learned when she was working in India. They told her that if you find the curry hot, chop a banana into it, because it just takes away the heat of the curry. So you could try that. The other thing is, if I wanted to spice it up, so we say this was a mild, and Kerry and Cara like a hot curry, I would take myself and Hayley's serving out of this. I would put the fruit through ours, set it aside, put the fruit through ours, and then in theirs I would actually buy, there's a spice mix you can get which is hot chili, and you add a teaspoon to it and just see how you get on. You just add it to your own, till you get the heat level you want. So curries, don't be afraid of if it's too hot or if it's too mild. You know, there's ways around of spicing it up or toning it down, but just don't be afraid of it. Right, let's get this. It's 9 o'clock. I've dropped Kerry to work, and I like getting the dinners on early because it means then I can forget about it, because the nearer it gets to dinner time, the more I panic and the more chance I have of ordering in, because I just don't know what to cook. But at least if it's on in the morning. Look at that, 8 degrees out. Last week it had a real feel of -12. But it's not a bad day. The wind is gone. It's just nice. Right, let's get this curry on. So, chicken. I am just going to dump this into my crock pot. I don't brown it. Now, I don't think it's necessary to brown it. Some people just like a bit of brown on the outside of their chicken. I don't think it makes any difference, because it's going to fall to pieces in there, because it's going to be in there for about 8 hours anyway. So I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but again, it's personal choice. The only thing I do brown before it goes into the slow cooker is sausages. I cannot do pale sausages. I just can't do it. Right, so on top of that then I'm going to throw in my onion. Again, not too finely chopped, because everything's going to break down because it's going to be so long in your slow cooker. Sorry, I'm one-handed again because I've actually broke my tripod. So, yeah. The joys. Tin of tomatoes. I've left the juice in there. You can take the juice out. I like the juice in it. Now I'm going to add some peppers. As I said, I'm going to hold some of these back. For a bolognese tomorrow. So I've held about half of them back. I'm going to put the sauce in. So that's what it's looking like so far. Please come out. Yeah, it doesn't look the mayonnaise now when it's dropping. Oh, come on. There's something yucky. Now, the thing about the slow cooker is your water won't evaporate. If I was doing this on the pan, I could be more generous with water to rinse out my jar, because it will evaporate. But because I'm going to put the lid on it, seal it and just leave it on, the water won't evaporate. So you just have to be careful, because we've got the tomatoes and we've got the curry. So I'm just going to put a small bit of water at the end of this. So if you can see down there, I have literally just put a tiny bit at the bottom. So I'm just going to put the lid on, shake that, and that's all I'm going to put in. It's only Can't even see where it's up to. So it's like, it's quite low. It's lower than that gap that's there. So we've shaped this and put it in. Okay, so that's it. Everything in. I've emptied the end of the jar in there. So I'm just going to give that a stir. Put the lid on. Leave it on there for about probably 6 hours, 7 hours. Come back to it and I will show you how I take Hayley's out of it and what I do with that. And my last ingredient I'm going to add in about an hour before it's finished cooking, which is some apple chunks. We always add apple into our curry. It just gives a nice crunch to it. I think it's just nice. So I would come back, I will show you that when it's done, and I will also show you how we're going to serve it up tonight. Okay guys, so it is many hours later. Actually, what time is it? I don't know what time it is. Woo! This bad boy is done anyway. Now he is only on low, so he could stay there for another little while. But as you can see, everything is broken down. The smell is divine. Sorry, I have my dishwasher on just in case you can hear that going as well. So it is 4:30. That's the time. That's why it's good to have kids around who can mime the time at you. So there it is, all cooked and ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to add in the apple, give it a stir around. Then in about half an hour I'm going to take out Hayley's portion. These are the pears that I use. So there's about 6 or 7 pieces in there, so I'll only use about 2, and I'll dice it up and I'll pour her curry over that and she'll have it with rice. And then Kerry has asked to have her curry with couscous, which I'm happy for because I have a big bag of couscous and she is the only one who eats it. And myself and Carol will have it with rice. Okay, so there's the apple cut up, and you can see they're in quite big chunks. So what I do is I'm going to put this in. I am going to turn it on to warm, and I'm just going to leave it then. And just before we do it, I'm going to pull out Hayley's dinner, and I've already got some pre-made rice, and I'm going to serve it with that. So that's all she wrote, folks. So I am literally just going to tip them in. You can see, it just puts a bit of freshness back into the curry. Ooh, these are steaming up again. I have to. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to put the lid back on it, turn it to warm, keep warm, and we will leave it there until we are ready to serve, and that is it. That's it, done. Okay guys, it's about just coming up to 5 o'clock and I'm getting Hayley's dinner out to serve. So I've opened the tin of pears. So as you can see, there's about 8 slices in there. They're not very big, so I'm going to use a huge knife to take this thing out. There's 1. There's 2. So that's it. So they're quite small. So I'm just going to cut them roughly like. Sorry, it's a big knife in a bowl. So that's it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve it with the basmati rice. And this is, I think these are like 59 cents in Tesco's, and they're already cooked. They serve 2. You can't go wrong with them. There's no mess. They take 2 minutes in the microwave. And you can get jasmine rice, long grain rice, balsamic rice, pillow rice, all the type of rices you want already cooked. And it just takes the fluff out of having to cook rice. Because, well, my ex-partner couldn't cook rice to save his life. And it was a way we discovered that it was just easy if he was doing a meal at home and he needed to serve rice. It was just a mess-free way for him to do it, and it's stuck ever since. So I'm just going to take Hayley's dinner out of here. Oh, smell is absolutely gorgeous. You can actually smell the sweetness of the apples. So that's roughly it. And that's it. That's Hayley's dinner, and then I'll just do her some rice and she can put it in there, and I'll just put the lid back on until I'm serving up the others' dinners. Okay ladies, and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that video. That was just something I shot over a couple of days, just different dinners we do. If this is the type of video you'd like if you'd like to see more of what we eat for dinners during the week, just let me know and I'll try and do my best to do that. It's actually just remembering that I need to record stuff. It can be the hard part of it all. But before you go, I would just like to say a great big welcome to all the new subscribers that we have on the channel. Since I think around, it was the 2nd or 3rd of December, we've actually gained over 160 subscribers. So I am absolutely over the moon. I'm chuffed. So just a great big welcome to you, and thank you for your support, and for people who've been with me since the beginning and all along this journey. Thank you all so much. You'll have seen me evolve, or start to evolve, to sort of get to the channel that we want, and we're getting there slowly, but we're getting there. That's the main thing. Right, I'm going to let you go. I hope to talk to you very soon. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye.